Hey my beautiful people, welcome back to the Escape Plans. I hope you all are doing great and watching our YouTube videos, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, do it now. Okay, so we are back again and this time we are covering frequently asked questions by the student. बहुत सारे questions भेजे हैं आपने through Instagram, YouTube post पे comment किया है. Sahil is there, he will be joining us. We are still here. I hope you have watched the previous video where Sahil has explained everything about the student jobs in Luxembourg. So now we are starting with our questions and let's go. Question number 1. Can you make a video for master's program at University of Luxembourg? So we have already covered that.
Yes.
You can go and watch our vlog where Sahil has covered all the information related to master program in University of Luxembourg. So we are giving the link in the description and you can see it here as well. Okay, so question number 2. What is the process of getting in University of Luxembourg after you get the acceptance letter from university?
So after you get your acceptance letter, then the main visa process starts. With that acceptance letter, you need to apply for getting the authorization to stay. You need to send all your documents to the ministry here in Luxembourg. All the details of what the documents are need to be sent, and everything related to that is present on the immigration website. The student can go there and check, and with the acceptance letter as a proof, you can send your documents to the ministry.
And there will be somebody who will be guiding the student. Why am I asking this question? Because once you get the letter from the university, of course you want to know the next step. So is there anybody, any third party who is going to be there with the student who will be helping, or you need to do everything on your own?
Yeah, sadly we need to do everything on our own, and the university will just give you a deadline that your documents must reach the ministry by so and so date, and you need to make sure that you send all your documents within that deadline.
But you get all the information related to who you need to contact, what documents you need to
Yes.
send by the university, right?
Yeah.
You just have to follow that. Okay. Okay, so question number 3 is how much time does it takes to get the PR of Luxembourg when you are studying here as a student in Luxembourg University?
So when you come here on your long-term visa, within the visa expires, you need to apply for the residence permit to stay as a student.
Okay.
That would be valid till the completion of your study program. Once that ends, you will have a 9-month job search visa, after which you will be on a work permit here. And after about 5 years, you can apply for the permanent residency. And Luxembourg is one of those few countries that completely include your study period in the 5-year duration. So after you complete your 2 years master, you need to work for 3 more years.
Okay.
And but to get the citizenship, one challenge is learning their local language, which is Luxembourgish, and they would conduct the Luxembourgish test. Only after successfully passing that test, you can get the PR.
Okay. So my next question is, what are the job opportunities you get once you are done with your master's or bachelor's degree here in University of Luxembourg?
So, since I am from an IT field, I think my answer would be a bit biased towards IT.
Okay.
And I definitely think that it is easy to get an IT job here because the University of Luxembourg is the only public university in the whole country.
Right.
So, all the major IT companies, Amazon, Microsoft, Deloitte, all of them have their collaboration with the university, and they regularly uh, get students to work for them. And if you have a knowledge of the local languages, and if you are non-IT, then I think it would be easy for you. But yeah, non-IT people I think might have some language barrier while
Yeah, and
working.
I think that's fair also, because if your job requires something where you have to communicate with local people, you need to know the local language.
Exactly.
Okay. Next question. Can I change my stream in master's to computer science engineering, whereas my bachelor's is from biotechnology?
Yes, you can definitely, but it all depends on your application, and the program director will judge all the applications equally. And I think that more preference would be given to an IT person over a biotech person. But yes, definitely that is possible. It's just how good your application is.
Okay, next question. How much percentage of marks is needed in bachelor's degree to apply for master's in University of Luxembourg?
um, there is no such criteria that your CGPA should be above a fixed threshold, but definitely it's obvious that you should be having good percentage in your bachelor's, because the seats here are limited, and obviously they would choose a person with 90-95% marks over someone who has like 70%. So it does matter. There is no fixed criteria, but obviously it does matter.
Right. Okay, next question. A student is asking, so basically, how much cash he needs to carry before he comes to Luxembourg to study as a student?
So if we are talking about the visa process, then they need to show the deposit in their own account.
Right.
That is a different thing. But if the student is asking about how much in-hand cash the
He
should
should be carrying.
yeah, they should bring, then I think it's okay if they bring around 600 or 700 euros, because either in cash or in card. Because as soon as they land, they would need to get a cab and go to their residence or wherever they are staying, and you need to enroll into the university, pay the semester fee, and you need to pay for the health insurance. So they are the, I think, major expenses that you would incur as soon as you come, and I think it should be enough if you have 700 euros.
And what about like as we know, when you get an apartment, even as a student, and if you have to pay certain amount for as a rent, right?
Yeah.
So for that also 600 would be enough, or we are talking about apart from the rent which a student needs to pay here.
So if they are staying in a university residence, then all that would happen before they even come to Luxembourg.
Okay.
So all the money transfer and that would be already done. So all they need to do is just come here and pay the enrollment fee, get enrolled. After that, they would be able to go to the uh, accommodations office and get their
Keys in.
accommodation key.
Right.
So they don't need to pay anything accommodation related when they come here. It's just the enrollment fee.
Okay, so major expenses will be covered even before they land here, right? And after that, they can just carry 600, 700 euros with them, which they can use initially for their expenses, right?
Exactly.
Okay, next question. Do I still need to show my IELTS score even if I come from English speaking country?
So as per my knowledge, if your last education was in English, then you can just show that letter, that language letter to the university, and they would accept. And also, if you're coming from an English speaking country, then IELTS is not required. It only boosts your profile, and mostly the students that come, they don't apply for just one university, they apply to many universities, and some of the universities might require an additional language certificate. So it's always better to appear for the exam and have that letter. But since the student is from an English speaking country, I don't think it's required.
So next question is there any language criteria?
So yes, some of the courses do have a language criteria. They have clearly mentioned it on the particular courses web page. The student can just go to their course, and it would be mentioned in the admission requirements. Some of the courses require only English, and a lot of master courses are only in English. But when it comes to bachelors, almost all the courses require a second language, either French or German, apart from English. And all the information is just available on the website, so the student can go there and check. But yeah, if you're coming for a bachelor's, then they would require an additional language.
Okay. So yes, I hope you have got the required information. Additionally, I just wanted to say that you know what, especially when it comes to languages, you can actually go on the university's website. They have clearly mentioned exactly how much percentage the course is in English and what is the percentage of German and French. So you can get these information from there. Okay, so this is the last question. How much time does it take to get the student visa?
Uh, I personally had a lot of tense period while I was waiting for my visa, because Schengen visa is hard to get these days,
Right.
and we need to apply for Schengen visa for Luxembourg. And with the additional requirement of the authorization to stay, the whole visa process is much longer than the other countries. So when you apply, when you initially get the acceptance letter, you apply for the authorization to stay. It takes around 1.5 months. Then you would get that. Then you would apply for visa, and we don't usually get visa appointments easily. You might get an appointment if you are lucky in about a couple of weeks. Otherwise, you need to wait for a month. And once you do that, the embassy also just tells you that maybe you would get it in about 30 days or 35. And I had friends last year when I came. I was lucky enough to be here on time, but some of my friends actually came here a month after the classes had started.
Oh, okay.
So it totally depends upon your luck, uh, but you still need to be prepared mentally.
And you also have to be, quick. Once you know that finally you have to go there, you are getting the visa, you just have to prepare yourself in advance. At least you can collect all the documents as soon as possible.
Yes, exactly.
Next question, and this one is very important and quite serious, and this question is for my subscribers. So I have 80% of people who are watching my videos, but they have not subscribed my channel yet. Why are you doing this to me? Go and subscribe now. Okay, with that, I hope I was able to cover all the questions asked by especially students. We are trying to help as much as we
Definitely.
can. We have actually covered a lot of topics, and thank you for being so helpful, not only to us, but I know you are also helping many of our subscribers who are reaching out to you. I also see your comments when you reply to our subscriber. So thank you for that. And to you all, please do subscribe. We are putting a lot of efforts. And thank you for watching. Namaste.